What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Let's take a trip back in the time machine to September 2022. Hasbro had its latest HasLab reveal for the Marvel Legends brand. They've had great successes. The first one, the Sentinel, sold out, no problem. All the tiers funded. Galactus, same story, no problem getting funded. All the tiers were backed. So why not keep the momentum rolling? Instead of doing another giant Galactus-size figure, Hasbro's marketing team decided, let's switch it up. Let's go the vehicle route. There's plenty of vehicle options in the Marvel universe. The Blackbird, the Fantastic Car, the Quinjet, and of course Ghost Rider's Hellcharger / Engine of Vengeance. So we got this Engine of Vengeance debuted, and it was a pretty impressive reveal. They showcased this great car, had all this great paneling, details in the interior, even had a stick shift with a Ghost Rider crest on the top. Really spectacular detail. And it had 4 seats, so you could have your Robbie here, your Black Panther, Captain Marvel, maybe not She-Hulk, but you could put characters in there. The trunk open so you could put somebody else in the back in case somebody got out of line. You want to throw a claw in the back. Any of your figures, you could do that. It also had a swappable alternate mode, so you could go from fully street mode car to all out flamed out version. They had risers with translucent parts so you could light it up to get that illusion that it was a car on fire. Really spectacular. They had LED detailing in there so you could light it up for real and have your Ghost Rider sitting in there catching the glow so it would make his translucent head shine like it was on fire. Really strong presentation, and the marketing team, the design team, but Dwight, Ryan, and Dan were all hyped up and showing it off, and it looked cool. But then we came to that price point, and that's where all the momentum halted, fizzled out. Felt like that balloon that had a slow leak is just that was this HasLab Engine of Vengeance that came in at $350, and so many of you all were going, nope, I'm out. $350 is way too much. I would have bought this thing, let's say at $200, $250. And I think even then I was pushing it because others were commenting, hey, you could get the Justice League Batmobile for a fraction of that cost. It has remote control. And I'm like, well, that is a pretty good deal. And then it became harder to justify this $350 price point that I wasn't on board with from jump. Then they started going, hey, here's some tiers. Here's that Mephisto you guys always wanted. Here's Goblin Queen that you wanted. And here's Damon Hellstrom that you guys also wanted. But we're not going to do the versions that you actually wanted, which I think was smart because just in the off chance that this thing didn't get funded, they can still go with the classic versions. So anyway, not surprisingly, with the $350 price tag, it did not fund at all. It needed 9,000 backers just to go to the initial Engine of Vengeance phase. And as people were seeing, hey, this isn't getting funded, they started backing out. The project ended with 5,060 backers. Considering the success of the other 2 HasLabs, this was a shock that hopefully Hasbro is making some course corrections to. We'll see with the pricing of this 2023 HasLab. But let's fast forward, not flash forward, to March 2023. McFarlane Toys debuts its Flash series line of figures and vehicles. I'm not that excited about this Flash movie. I have felt like as a DC fan, I have been put through the ringer in terms of all these movies I'm excited about. Okay, we've got Superman Returns. He's coming back. He's doing his thing. We're going to scratch that. Green Lantern's coming. And we forgot to finish off his costume. And we based a 2011 superhero movie like it was 2002 or 2002. That was a problem as well. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the DC movies. My hopes and dreams are dashed for them, even though they're spoiling cameos in the Shazam movies right now. But this Flash movie figure line, that looks pretty impressive. And I guess the main impressive point, the main selling point for me is the Michael Keaton Batman. So we're seeing him, and he looks really great. And then Todd's like, you know what? I appreciate you all so much. I'm going to give you some more. I'm going to give you all a Batmobile. Straight out the 1989 movie. It's going to look spectacular. We've seen the Hot Toys version. That's insane. So much detail, but a price tag that's like, ouch. at least for a Hot Toys figure, a vehicle, you can get your money's worth and say, if only I had a job where money wasn't a thing. If I was only Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri. But for those of us who want a more affordable Batmobile, Todd's got us covered. I love his Instagram videos because you can see his excitement, his enthusiasm. He's not just a stuffy corporate guy going, look at my shareholder numbers, this is awesome, munching on a cigar, Scrooge McDuck style. He is like, check this out, it's cool. I mean, he's even selling a trading card. It's got a cool trading card. I don't care about the trading cards, but the Batmobile itself is massive. Breaking down the specs on this thing is crazy because it's actually more. We're getting more than we got with the Engine of Vengeance. So this Batmobile is 22 inches long compared to the Engine of Vengeance, which was 18.5 inches. And I kind of feel like that's not good. Now, granted, there are 20 LEDs in the Engine of Vengeance, but do we really need that if it's going to jack the price up to $350? Oh, right, I forgot to tell you the price tag for this Batmobile. It's not $250. It's not $150. It's $60. You got it from Big Bad Toy Store, you paid $70. Even then, that's still a pretty affordable price. But this is the answer to what everyone was screaming last year. Why is Hasbro trying to charge $350 for a car? Todd's going, why would anyone pay $350 for a car? I'm going to give you this Batmobile, this sleek Batmobile that you all are going to get your nostalgia thumbs all plucked, and you're just going to be so excited to get this thing. And I'm not going to charge you $1 million for it. I'm just going to charge you $60 for it. Or if you happen to wait too long, you're going to pay $70. And I feel like that's a price point where everyone would happily jump on board. If you try to buy it, you see everyone was very excited. Sold out at Entertainment Earth. Sold out on Big Bad Toy Store and other fine retailers. But this is what I was saying last year when Hasbro was trying to push this $350 HasLab. Nobody wants to pay that much for one vehicle, especially for a fringe thing like Robbie Reyes' Hellcharger. He has his fans, but maybe a company who could get away with charging $350 for a nostalgia piece like the 1989 Batmobile. McFarlane's like, nope, I'm going to make it affordable, and that way I'm going to sell through everything. And the chances of this hitting a clearance price seem kind of low because $60 seems like an affordable price tag for a vehicle. Now, McFarlane did not show us how easy it was to put that Batman in. He was like, I'll show you that later. But it's got a cool actual feature where you press a button and the cockpit lifts up and raises and you can pull it back just like the movie. I thought that was a really cool touch. There were no features like that in the Hellcharger. Now, granted, you can swap out the pieces, but you're still doing a little bit more work there. But I love the fact that it actually has this movie moment that you can do with just the press of a button. You can put your Batman in there. I'm probably going to get that Batman figure because it looks pretty cool too. And you can get that. You can get the Batmobile. You can get Batman for under $100. And you got to think that's a major win for McFarlane. And some of you all who haven't been that interested have been like, did you see that Batmobile? Yeah, I saw it. I'm really impressed with it. I was impressed with the Hot Toys version, but the fact that he was able to get a Batmobile that looks that cool, that's wider, that's longer than the Engine of Vengeance, that's really impressive. And it doesn't have all that sleek detail. It's not like, oh man, this chrome is amazing. It looks like a toy that you're paying less than $100 for. But that's okay, because it looks good enough. The black is a nice shiny coat of black. It's got all the detail that it really needs. It's got the yellow headlights. It's got the silver on the side. And it's got a little red taillights. That's all I really need for this thing. It's got the Batman logo on the tires. It's solid. It's not the most spectacular thing. Again, if you want that, you can spend a lot more money and pay and buy that Hot Toys Batmobile. But for those of us who just want a 1989 Batmobile, McFarlane's got us covered for a really reasonable price. So as Hasbro is starting to look at, hey, what are we going to charge for this next Avengers themed HasLab? I'm hoping they're paying attention and seeing what the competition is doing, because McFarlane is just killing it right now. He decided, hey, I can do more than just Batman. And while it's still skewing a little bit, leaning a little bit harder to Batman, he's getting more characters from the DC universe out there. He just now had to start raising the prices, which is fine because those figures were already taller, bigger, had more original sculpts than any other 6-inch line out there. So it's 7 inches with more original sculpts. If he has to change the price to $21.99, $22.99, I'll allow it as the judge of figures. But seriously, I'm really impressed with what he's done. He's getting more characters out there. He's throwing in vehicles. I mean, when was the last Marvel Legends vehicle we had? Mattel's WWE line comes through with vehicles all the time. But I'm hoping that Hasbro's like, this guy's really starting to nip at our heels here. I mean, we've been putting out bikes, but maybe we can start doing some more stuff, and more than just our little scooters. Anyway, I'm really excited about this Batmobile. Can't wait to get it. Actually looking forward to seeing the Batmobile, Michael Keaton in Batman, and getting this figure like I was a little kid. I've seen the movie, now I want the figures. So I'm really excited about it. If you guys were able to pick up the Batmobile before all the pre-orders sold out, and if you were able to get the Batman before it sold out, let me know. If you're planning on getting it, drop a line in the comment as well. What do you think about this Batmobile? It's crazy. It's wild, right? As always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.